Peep Kenobi urges you to like this video and subscribe or he will lose the high ground. My son tried to carve our rocket ship. We once gathered all 4 kids and asked, who cut the strings on the blinds? None answered. Then I asked, where are the scissors that did it? Number 2 son got up and produced them from the closet. Do you know how hard it is not to laugh? Accidentally read Goodnight Beans instead of Goodnight Bears and Goodnight Moon, and now my toddler is repeating Goodnight Beans like it's a group chat. So when I was in 3rd grade, I somehow came up with a theory that if a boy push his pens in, bobs will pop out and he will become a girl, and if a girl press her bobs in, her pens will pop out and she will become a boy. So I told this theory to my friends and we all tested it. Of course it didn't work and we concluded that it was because we couldn't push it all the way in, not that the theory is just wrong. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. My kid gave my wife a card for her birthday this morning. I will respect you because you do 70% of what I need. 4-year-old saw picture of me pregnant. I explained that she was inside me. She thought for a bit then said, I never want to do that again. Watching my husband climb the attic ladder. 6-year-old. Be careful. Daddy, your feet are urge. I've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Counting my days at this damn job. I looked up Lex.com one Thanksgiving on the computer when I was 8 or 9 years old and obviously didn't clear the history. My grandparents or aunt found out the same day and I spent part of that Thanksgiving crying because I typed in Disney Channel Bobs on Google, which came up clear as day the next time someone opened the browser. Listen here you little shut. This is how my 13-year-old nephew does his homework. When I get bigger, I'm gonna play the guitar like crazy, but I'm not gonna wear a bucket on my head. I'll write a song about pumpkin seeds. Indie, age 4.8. My sister at the age of 4 trying to make Oreos healthier by adding lettuce. My wife asked the 10-year-old to take his pillow upstairs, meaning his bedroom. My daughter's interpretation of Santa Claus. I just explained to my toddler that a running nose is not in fact a nose physically running, followed by her laughing and calling me a stinker for this absurdity. When I was like 5 years old I somehow ate a thread and it ended up getting through me without dissolving in my stomach. It just came out of my ace at some point. It just hung there. I noticed this when I went to the toilet and I thought it's my umbilical cord. I thought it's a real thread they use to close your belly button. I thought I will die because my belly button is going to open once I pull the thread out of my ace. I just cried and sat there accepting my end lol. When I was 7 or 8 my mom explained that for 5 cents, the Xerox machine at Thrifty Dog store would make an exact copy of whatever piece of paper was put in there. So one day, she gave me 5 cents for a Thrift's ice cream cone. But I put one of my sheets of stickers in the Xerox machine instead. Imagine my disappointment when it spit out a crappy looking black and white copy of the images. No stickers and no ice cream cone. Those bus-fired lied to me. What happened? He hurt his ankle a couple weeks ago. He thought a waterfall was a water slide. During elementary school, when Pokemon trading cards was the craze, people were trading little colored glass pebbles, as if they were evolution stones. It wasn't until middle school that I realized we were trading cards for aquarium filler. Shame. When I was 4 years old I was in my preschool class, and for some unknown reason I was really mad at this one kid. So I decided to throw a kid's Bible. I went to a church-run preschool at this kid, and I hit him in the head. He wasn't even doing anything. I was an ace-hole when I was a kid. Why would you do that? When we were 4 years old, my best friend and I were playing at recess. Sometimes we would laugh so hard that we would pee our pants. During one recess, we did just that. The playground was filled with gravel. We were embarrassed and decided that putting rocks in our pants would soak up all the pee. We are 29 now and still good friends. When I was little I thought Kleenex was for peeps and toilet paper was strictly for pees. One day in preschool, I did a peep and noticed there was no Kleenex in the bathroom. So I waddled back to class with my pants around my knees to ask the teacher for a Kleenex because I had peep on my bum. Hey Ferg, I know what we are gonna do today. How my 3-year-old eats his donuts. They were supposed to be shared. Kid with pop-it toy gets it stuck in his eye. My girlfriend's little brother tried to draw the handle of a Nutcracker. It seems directions were needed. I just entirely remembered in kindergarten, there was some girl across from me saying she was going on a trip somewhere out of the country, so I decided to tell back I'm going Egypt for some reason. I made one of the teachers write, "Is going to Egypt" on a piece of paper, signed and all, and gave it to my mom. She laughed upon seeing it, and I remember crying, because my sudden trip to Egypt wasn't going to happen. When I was 5 my dad and I watched the first Indiana Jones movie and me not knowing what the Neezes had done at the time thought they were really cool, so in my Minecraft world I built a lot of swastika flags in a restaurant on a big ace tablet. But why? My cousin is very proud of his new video when mom says a pizza roll's ready. My career as a karate instructor was tragically curtailed when parents found out I was wholly unqualified and just enjoyed kicking children. When you become a grown-up, people stop asking you what your favorite dinosaur is. They don't even care. Teacher, PE is cancelled, so line up for recess. 3rd grade next. Excuse me, I lost my son, can I please make an announcement? Of course. Goodbye you little shut. When you're 5 and you complete puzzles for people aged 6 to 12. 12-year-old me, when I roast someone and then they hit me with the "I know you are, so what am I?" Okay children, what sounds did we hear on our trip to the farm yesterday? Moo oh 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 oh. Bar ra 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 ra. Quack quack. Get off that ducking tractor. Remember, if you ever feel bad, this guy played grass in his school play. Today's 3-year-olds can switch on laptops and open their favorite apps. Me. When I was 3, I ate mud. Mom. It's bedtime kids. Kids, one last video mom. Mom. Okay. Shadows of Evil rounds 1 to 100 full gameplay black. Kids, when a human dies, oh well. RIP. Kids, when a non-deadly animal dies. Parents keep talking about how things will be when they have grandchildren. I don't plan on having kids. My toddler said I was his second favorite person, and I was bummed, but then he said that his mom is third. He has no favorite person. He's holding the position open. 1998. 2018. Lol. When I was growing up we got our mouths washed out with soap as a punishment. Kids today are eating soap for fun. Me. Mom. Dad. Me. Monday. When people tell me I'm missing out on the joy of having kids. My kids took me to see the Emoji Movie and now I hate my own kids. I've been laughing for 20 minutes. This is how can DOS actually work. To my friends that are going to have children. So you've ruined your life. Yesterday my daughter was playing in the garden when I saw her kill a butterfly. So to teach her a lesson I said, just for that you don't get any butter for a month. Today in the kitchen she killed a cockroach. I said, nice try. Mr. and Mrs. Brown had 2 sons. One was named Mind Your Own Business and the other was named Trouble. One day the two boys decided to play hide and seek. Trouble hid while Mind Your Own Business counted to 100. Mind Your Own Business began looking for his brother behind garbage cans and bushes. Then he started looking in and under cars until a policeman approached him and asked, "What are you doing?" "Playing a game." The boy replied. "What is your name?" The officer questioned. "Mind Your Own Business." Furious, the policeman inquired, "Are you looking for trouble?" The boy replied, "Why, yes. My nephew tried to escape from his room last night, got stuck, was too tired to call for help, and promptly fell asleep there for the rest of the night." Kids can smell the games on your phone. He asked if he could bring this umbrella in case it rains. Always on Thanksgiving. Always on Thanksgiving. Yum yum yum. Yum yum. Oh no, I don't like this. My 3-year-old decorated the Christmas tree. This story is embarrassing, but duck it lol. When I was a kid, I somehow managed to get it in my brain that below jab meant you wash the boys' pens and blow dry it. When I was around 13 years old, I sheepishly asked my mum what exactly a below jab was. She got very embarrassed, but then asked me what I thought it was. Me, "Mum, what actually is a below jab?" Mom, "Oh, well, what do you think it is?" Me, "I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's where the women washes the guy's thing then blow dries it with a hairdryer." My mum could not contain her laughter. She then gave me a very brief idea of what a below job meant and said, "I felt like I should tell you, so you don't end up pulling out your hairdryer on a guy when you're older. He might get scared." When I was younger, I played with dolls. I didn't really do the whole look after it, as if it were a real child thing. I mostly used them to act as characters in my weird improv stories. So, I wasn't exactly gentle with them. One day, I was playing with one of these dolls when I had the genius idea to see what would happen if I pulled on its leg. So I did that. What then followed was the doll's entire leg pop off. I was a bit upset for obvious reasons, so I tried to put it back. It didn't work. For the rest of its life, it only had one leg. Eventually, me and my brother began feeling scared of the doll. This minor fear spiraled into us getting terrified if we were anywhere near it. We chuck it across the room if it was close. The reason? It had one leg. So, too long. Didn't read. I tore off one of my doll's legs and ended up getting scared of it because it only had one leg. How my 3-year-old thinks you're supposed to eat pizza. My daughter made a picture of a neighborhood with glorious berry bushes. My wife was putting clothes in my 7-year-old's room and opened the door without knocking. His response was to post this sign. Hock. It was 7-year-old me with my family. I was into old Western history at the time, so I knew all about hanging. I often burst into tears because I thought that I was about to get hung because of it. I'm able to work, so these three have been hanging out by themselves. They've been very good, except Eli sent me a text while I was working to ask if she could have ice water. Yeah, that's about par for the course with her. 12-year-old me drew some creatures. A. Tapeworm. B. Toad. C. Dog. D. Found this gem on a table in my workplace. A bee and Thea come running out of the room with ink in tow. A bee. We have to find him a mate before breeding season. Don't tell mom and dad or he'll never have babies. Thea. Cradles Link reassuringly. Don't let them cut off your balls, Ink. Don't let them get you. On this day, 7 years ago, David comes strolling out of school with gloves on that he didn't have going in this morning. David, where did you get those gloves? Without missing a beat, I knit them from my socks. I mention this to make the slews of people happy to know that, and I are getting back all of the smart acery we have given out. I work for a company that runs inside of a club store, and one day I was handing out cups of coffee. On the box, it had a picture for a donut on it, and this one kid becomes absolutely convinced that I'm giving out donuts. Both his mom and I try to explain to him that it's coffee not donuts, but he won't let it go. He then starts throwing this urged temper tantrum about how he wants the donuts I'm giving out, and we won't give it to him. I give the mom a apologetic look as she rolls her cart away completely embarrassed, and 15 minutes later I can still hear the kid screaming loudly about it from across the store. My niece drew a lovely cake on the card for her other auntie. Love you, Melly. We hope you have a good day. Hope you have a wonderful birthday. Lots of love. Just found this in my nephew's room. When I asked him, he said he was preparing for a zombie apocalypse. Should I be concerned? Had the following conversation when out running with my 2-year-old. She was in a buggy. Starts whining. Me. What's up, honey? Whining intensifies. Me. Stop and peer around to see what's wrong. Feet down, daddy. Feet down. Me. You want your feet down? Holding her feet in the air. Yeah. Me. Let go of your feet. Let's go, letting them drop back to the seat. Me. Is that better? Yeah. Me. Paylay, want to go to Dollywood sometime. Paylay. No, dolls made of wood are boring. When I was like 2, I was just learning how to say my name, which is Thomas, but instead I said Mommas. So eventually my mom intervenes and texts me, "No, silly, your name starts with a T." My dumbass called myself Tmommas from then, until I could actually say it. When I was a kid, we'd have snack time every day in kindergarten. Whenever I got home I'd want a snack. My mother would ask me what snacks we'd had that day in class. If it was something reasonably healthy, she'd allow me fruit snacks or potato chips. If it was unhealthy, she'd offer me fruit. I decided to lie to her by telling her, whenever we had an unhealthy snack, that the class had shared an apple for snack. I couldn't figure out how she always knew. When I was lying, there were 30 kids in my kindergarten class. I was ducking stupid. My dad's house has a big basement that us kids got to use as a playroom growing up. We hung out down there a lot, mostly playing video games. My youngest brother was, and still is, a snack fiend. He used to sneak food down there all the time. He still lives there, but I don't know if he still does it, but he would always leave all kinds of incidents. One day he hid my phone under the couch from me and wouldn't let me look under there to get it. Obviously he was hiding something besides my phone. I finally got him out of the way and found a whole plate under the couch with old cake on it. Took it upstairs to the sink, where my dad saw it and promptly got onto my brother. If you're going to sneak stuff, you gotta take care of the incidents better than that. When I was around 7 years old, I was on school break in the city where my grandma, aunts and uncles lived. I went to the bank with my uncle, and while he was in there, and I got distracted with something and leaned against a glass wall. The wall breaks and all the glass comes showering down. Nobody got hurt and I think I blocked what happened next. But my uncle got the security tape from the back and showed me breaking the wall for the whole family. I never entered that bank again in my life. We are currently in a resort known to have monkeys roaming around the beachside passively, and my daughter left 2 pieces of Cheetos on the table at 4 in the afternoon. It's currently 10 in the evening, and one of her older brothers ate the 2 pieces of Cheetos. A cousin of mine thought you'd go by public hair in high school. Repost because bad spelling. Not gonna lie, I haven't laughed so hard in a long time. Kid got scammed by a fake Robux generator and got a virus. I also saw this on YouTube Shorts. I cannot believe that kids are this dumb. I hate this. My account does not work anymore. It says I have to upgrade it, but now I have a virus and it won't let me. I can't make my YouTube videos anymore. Don't do this. You will lose your account. I wanna be in anime world so bad. I'm tired of this world. My 2.5-year-old. Cue the slow clap. Me. Don't do dogs. Bro. Look at what it has done to my eyes. Friend. But you don't have any. Me. Exactly. Do you know someone with kids? Do you hate that person? Frozen songbook with easy instructions. Recorded fun. Disney Frozen. Coloring pages inside. 3-year-old offers me a teddy bear. Me. That's okay. I don't need him. 3. He eats the shadow people. Me. Takes the teddy bear. Reporter. What are you gonna do the rest of the day? Boy. I'm definitely gonna. I'm gonna punch a kid. Things my teachers can do better. Not use collective punishment, as it is not fair on the many people who did nothing, and under the 1949 Geneva Conventions it is a war crime. Me. Harry Potter can use magic to fix his glasses. 6-year-old. Why doesn't he use magic to fix his eyes? Me. Questions everything I know. You will never realize your full potential for speed and agility until the day you see your toddler holding a Sharpie marker. Mommy, why do you make me eat dinner? Well, sweetheart, it's because mommy goes to jail if you die. Doctor, you drink too much. Patient, tell me something I don't know. Doctor, your kids. My nut is made of hardwood. My nut is very big. My mother says only my friends can sit on my nut. Michael, great sentences. The word is dick. My little brother. 30 minutes of watching Fortnite videos on my YouTube account. My recommended page. Wow, 3 tattoos. Those are pretty permanent, you know. Me. Wow, 3 kids. Those are pretty damn permanent, Carol. Technically both can be removed with lasers. This. When you ask your parents a question, and it turns into a lecture.